Hello, everyone. This is Kelsey, the host of the Health Chats podcast. Today's podcast is purely opinion. I want to preface it by saying that nothing I talk about here today is based on research or facts. This is all opinion and information that I've gathered through coaching, through conversations, through talking to people who have lived a very long and a healthy life. I also have these beliefs deeply ingrained based off of my own personal experiences in the health and wellness space, and going from a past of relying on medication and pharmaceuticals to now being 4+ years without using any external substances to feel better. So starting it by saying that, not apologizing. This is, again, a very deep belief and opinion, and those who get it, get it. Those who don't, they're not meant to. So I hope you enjoy, and let's dive in. Okay, this feels like the perfect time for me to record a podcast on just like truth around some of the beliefs and systems and I guess ways of the world and society when it comes to health. And the reason why it's a perfect time right now is because I'm sick and I am laying in a park on a hammock. Maybe you can hear some of the birds chirping around me. But why this is the perfect time is because I was just traveling. So I was first in Hawaii, and then I came home for a day, and then I went out to a bachelorette party in BC for a weekend. And of course, after being on an airplane and being around a bunch of humans, being around one girl specifically who was very sick and we drove together, of course I'm going to get sick. It does not matter how strong your immune system is as a human being. If you come in contact with other germs that are not healthy germs, you are likely going to catch it. And I think the difference between someone who has a lot of health practices in their life and someone who doesn't is how it takes you down. And for me personally, and this is of course me speaking to myself, I am not a doctor, I am a health coach, health practitioner. For me personally, it doesn't usually take me down that bad. Like, it'll maybe be a day, maybe two, where I feel like, okay, I just gotta lay on my back. I've got to stay horizontal, and I don't want to go around people because I don't want to spread this to anyone else. But it's nothing really more than that. And I know some people who get sick and it's like 5 days or 7 days. And I absolutely believe that your health practices in the, I guess, majority of the year play a part in how you feel when you get sick and can prevent how often you get sick. And I rarely get sick. It'll be maybe once, maybe twice a year. I know that many other coaches and people in the wellness space can speak to that too. It's like very, very rare. And it's because we treat food as medicine rather than what Big Pharma calls medicine as medicine. And we practice delayed gratification rather than instant gratification. And so I want to talk about some examples of instant gratification, what you might be doing in your life that is instant gratification, that is not actually helping you in the long run. And I'm going to talk about some controversial topics because that's just how I'm feeling today. And so one of them would be something like Advil or Tylenol. Those drugs that are meant to take away your headache, take away your physical body pain, and interestingly enough, it takes it away like almost immediately or like in 30 minutes. Yet later on in the day, I don't know if it's like 6 to 8 hours, you feel it again. You feel the pain again. And the more often we take these things to help us not feel pain now, the longer we are reducing our body's ability to be able to fight off of those pains on its own. Fight off those pains on its own. I don't know if that made sense. So that's one of them. And that's like directly related to being sick, being under the weather. Another one that a lot of people take is NyQuil. And I used to take this too. Like I used to take all of these things, but I speak from a place of now not touching any of this for like 4 years and being able to build up the health inside of my body on its own through food, through exercise, and when I do get sick, through natural remedies, which I'll talk about soon. But NyQuil is another one. Okay, I can't sleep. I, maybe have a headache and sore throat, so I'm just going to take this thing so it'll just like completely numb me out and put me to sleep. The reason I get so triggered over these things, or so, not triggered, I hate using that word, I use it a lot, worked up or passionate, let's say, is because the things that are supposed to quote unquote help us through the sickness are actually just acting as a band-aid over the sickness. The sickness itself, the bacteria in your body that is fighting with your healthy bacteria, it's taking over, and you're not giving your body, your immune system, the opportunity to fight back. You're saying, okay, I'm going to take this external thing outside of myself to band-aid the sickness, the illness that is going on in my body, rather than allow my body to like maybe fight it off, or give your body the nutrients and the resources to become stronger, to build a stronger immune system to fight back. Think of these things like the different bacteria, because there's good bacteria and there's bad bacteria. Think of them like little warriors in your body, where maybe the bad bacteria creates a larger army of warriors, aka being sick. And the healthy bacteria, maybe there's like, I don't know, let's say like 3 for simple numbers' sake. There's 3 of them and there's like 200 of the other guys. Of course they're going to win. But wouldn't it make more sense if you gave the healthy bacteria more of an army, if you gave them more, if you gave them vegetables and you gave them healthy proteins and you gave them antioxidants like berries and turmeric and lemon and ginger, so they could build up more of an army? Like, wouldn't that make more sense? Rather than what most people really do is they say, hey, 200 person bad bacteria army, I'm just going to like put this force field up, aka NyQuil, Advil, Tylenol, so you just like can't get to us right now. But this force field, it only lasts like 8 hours, so you'll be able to get us in like 8 hours or so. But in the meantime, like we're just going to relax and chill for the next 8 hours instead of trying to build our army stronger. Does that make sense? I'm looking at nature right now and I'm laughing at myself because that made total sense to me, and I know it'll make sense to someone else. But as health practitioners, that is what we're trying to do. Not only when we're sick, but every single day. That is why living a healthy lifestyle, it's called a lifestyle. It is not something that we do every so often. It is not a 6-week thing. It is not a 6-month thing even. It is a full-blown lifestyle where from the beginning of your day to the end of your day, you really are more aware of the choices that you're making. Choices being, what food am I putting in my body? When am I prioritizing my fitness, my movement, my wellness today, whether that's yoga or maybe it's a workout or maybe it's a massage, like maybe that's what you need. Living a healthy lifestyle, it really is everything, and it is every day. And like, speaking as someone who's now sick and I am not at my healthiest, I know and I have so much confidence that I will get past this in probably like 2 to 5 days, let's say, because I have those health practices in. And the next point I want to speak to is the mindset piece that comes in. So of course there's like what we're doing, the instant fixes or the delayed fixes, delayed gratification. But then there's the mindset of when you get sick, which you can even ripple this into like when you are well. But when you get sick, do you say like, ugh, like I'm the victim now. My life sucks. I always get sick and like everyone should feel bad for me because I'm sick? Or do you have a mindset practice that, again, is a part of your lifestyle that's like, oh, I'm sick. Here we are. It's just part of the experience. It's part of the human experience. I'm going to do everything in my power to like get better, which sometimes looks like just laying in a hammock for 2 hours or laying in your bed for 2 hours. And as an entrepreneur, especially saying, like, I'm not going to try to keep building my business right now, or I'm going to let my clients know, hey, I actually need a day off. It's much different if you work for someone else where, you know, you can have a sick day. Like, I have to choose to take a sick day, and even then, here I am recording a podcast episode. So you take what you can, you rest when you can. But the mindset piece, it is really important because our thoughts, they do directly influence how we're feeling. And so if when you get sick, you're like, ugh, like just full surrender to the fact that I'm sick. Oh, my body it looks awful because I'm not moving. And like you start creating these negative stories. When you're in that state of negativity or disempowerment, it physically shows up in your body as well. I was just reading this book by Dr. What's his name? David Hawkins, on letting go. And he was talking about how when we're thinking negatively or disempowered, it can actually disrupt our immune system. And this is why mindfulness and meditation is so impactful and so important, is because we become aware of our thoughts, and rather than allowing quite often those negative thoughts, which many of us struggle with, allowing them to continue through, we become aware of them and we say, I don't like this thought. I don't like how it makes me feel. So I'm going to rewrite it. So when you're sick, or again, just like in general daily life, what are your thoughts? What is your mindset around the sickness or around your daily life? Is it that of, you know, I'm the victim of this, here I am, everyone feel bad for me? Or is it, you know, I kind of created this. I went traveling. I hung out with sick people. I actually chose this. And not to blame literally anyone, because again, living in blame, that's kind of directly correlated with living in victimhood, but just accepting it. Just kind of accepting, like, yeah, this is my circumstance right now, and what can I do with my circumstance right now to maybe make the best of it? And honestly, like, I'm laying on a hammock. It's a beautiful day. I'm looking up at the trees, looking up at the sky. I would call this a pretty good sick day. So that's two. So first, the instant gratifications versus the delayed. Second being the mindset. Third, you know, it's funny how like automatically my brain is like, I need to talk about 3 things, because when it comes to marketing and also like engagement of people listening to something. There usually needs to be like 3 takeaways. But honestly, I don't know what number 3 is. I think I just kind of wanted to chit chat and see where my brain went today. Also, keep using my voice on this platform because I'm excited that I was able to find the courage inside to start something like this. I hope that you took something, if anything, from me just speaking what felt like a bit of nonsense, but also hopefully something valuable. Today, I'm going to keep resting here and looking up at the trees and all the little fluff flying by, and hopefully I'll be better in a couple of days. But if this was impactful or you laughed at my little army of germs, share this with a friend and remember to keep your peace, find courage, be curious in your life, and live up to your potential because you only have one life here. So if there's something that you're wanting to do, you've been thinking about doing, take this as your sign to just go and do it. Because as a girl right now laying on a hammock, who's sick, who really just has this whole day free, I'm still choosing to go out there and try to spread a message. So if I can, so can you. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening. Bye.